Hi, first grade families. I am just making my screen bigger first and just wanted to go over things for this week, our week back after fall break. As you can see, you're still going to get this classroom on Seesaw. Remember, your first grader does not do anything on Seesaw if they come to school Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday is your e-learning day at home, so you need to look for this. And if your child is sick or just doesn't come to school for some reason, then it is all right there. It is there every day. Some things we use on Seesaw, and some things I just do the same thing, but it's on paper. But either way, if your child is not at school, then you need to look on Seesaw. It's all right there, and they won't miss any of their learning. Everything's there. If they're at school, then we're doing things at school. We might not um, do the activity in Seesaw, but it's there. We just do it a different way. Or we might do it as a whole group, so it still looks like it's there in your child's Seesaw, but we've really done it. Either way, just ignore it if they're at school. And if they're at home, you've got it right there. Now, if you take a look, remember our pictures here are extra learning and extra info, extra sounds in the ABC chart, the Veterans Day songs that Miss Palma wants them to practice in the break time. Always a pineapple Pete type of message in the welcome thing sign. Miss France has her little corner right here, and she's got activities if you click on it. We've got counting and months and days of the week. If you hit on any of these pictures over here, counting is great for kids. Their Counting by Five song, they really love that song. It's right here on this Days of School. And in our months and days of the week up here. Now, at the bottom, the iPad that looks like a kid iPad, that is literacy stations. And they can play those over and over. The book right here is our weekly story. It's called Move It this week. So they can hit on this story and go directly to the Move It story. The smiley face is like a smiley face pillow, and it's a little song about feelings. Remember, if you're at home sick or on Wednesdays, here's our daily check-in. So I'm seeing that some of our friends are forgetting to do the daily check-in. Please make them check on them. I know we've been doing this for a while, but make sure that is their first thing to do, daily check-in, because sometimes I see their work, but they haven't checked in. I need them to do both. Now, if you click on these boxes, you're going to see the weekly overview for each subject area. It's also a good thing. It shows the pictures of what your child will look for in Seesaw. So on Wednesday, if you want to, sometimes there's other activities in Seesaw, but because of the week, I do try to clean it out, but sometimes I have to leave things. But if you're just looking for that specific day, then click on the weekly overview and look for the picture that you should be looking for that day. That's why I put it there, so that you can see the picture that's going to show up in Seesaw. And we have our Zearn. Zearn is a great little math review. We do that for a little bit each day. So also, and we have our virtual classroom library that's right here to read books. We have a new little reading program that's kind of taking the place of AR at school. It's called a reading quiz, and a few of our students have earned jewels on their hats. It works just like AR, but it's much cheaper. So if your child reads a book at home, whether it's a virtual book or a real book, write down the title and send it in, and we will take the quiz at school. On the pumpkin, I sent out an announcement on Sunday that I'm going to be sending home a small pumpkin with your first grader. And on this pumpkin, I want you to write what your family and your first grader is thankful for. So if you click on the pumpkin, it's going to give you the idea of where it came from and some visual ideas if you want. Use a permanent marker such as a Sharpie, any kind of permanent marker, but make sure we don't want it to smear off, and just write around. If you want to be creative and add some decorations, that's fine, but we want to know what your family's thankful for. You can fill up the whole pumpkin or just do a few things and then send that pumpkin back into school. We're going to decorate our hallways with it. So I hope you get a chance to click on the pumpkin and see it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Notice it's day 43 on Monday. Here's our class website. Next week, not this week, but next week, the Halloween week, will be Red Ribbon Week. That's hard to say. So I will be making sure that I send out what each day is. And I think that's it for this week.